Alright, welcome back to the channel, Nature's Reality 360, where we bring you the reality of nature. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, and we'll be discussing Hurricane Idalia, which made landfall this morning in Florida. Okay, right now it's traveling over Georgia, South Carolina. It's going to make its way out the Atlantic. It started as a Cat 4 hurricane in the Gulf, which is about 150 plus mile an hour winds. Fortunately, it dropped to a Cat 3 before making landfall. That's still 110, 130 mile an hour winds. Pretty bad, okay? But I always like to point out the positives in every situation, okay? And the positive thing is where this hurricane made landfall, okay? It's right in here, which they call Florida's Big Bend, okay? And as you see, the storm surge was pretty bad, 8 to 12 feet, 7 to 11 feet. And that seems to be what's doing the most damage right now is storm surge. And we'll be going more into depth on that, okay? This area, why I say it's positive, it is a tragedy, but the one positive thing we can extract is that it hit this Big Bend area when it made landfall. They call it the Nature Coast in Florida, okay? Hurricane hasn't hit there since 1950, and it is a 1 million square acre area of untouched, pristine land, no businesses, no housing, really no people. So the threat to human lives was very low. Now, me being the person I am, I'm kind of concerned about the animal lives. Did anybody go in there and do some animal rescues or animal protection? Is there anything like that? So I will look into that, maybe give an update on that in a couple of days. Okay, so this was the path of the storm. Like I said, went through the Gulf, made landfall here. I'm right in this area, right here. Okay, so like every other story, it's kind of close to home for me. All the stories I report on are something that kind of touches my heart in a way, or maybe close to me, or some personal attachment I have to the story maybe. And this is really one of those. Okay, this is right in my backyard. This is friends, family, neighbors. Okay, and we're hearing some pretty tragic stories because the storm surge is really bad. They're talking about 16-foot storm surge. So it wasn't really the wind or the rain as much, but the storm surge is causing a lot of damage. Right here in Hudson Beach, to be exact. Now this street here is one street over from the street that I moved into a beach house when I first came to Florida. It was one street away from here, okay? And this place got hit pretty bad with storm surge. So I'll have this play here, and you'll see this is Old Dixie Highway off of Highway 19 in Hudson, Florida, okay? And this is not far from me at all. I know people who live down here. I'm friends with people who live down here. I used to play pickleball down this street, okay? And I've heard stories of people getting rescued on kayaks, paddle boards. I know they went in this morning. They rescued one family for sure. Some people decided not to, and that's kind of what they're talking about here, is you really got to heed the warnings. This was a Zone A evacuation area, and 2 days ago they put out the alert that people need to evacuate this area, and it looks like a lot of people didn't. That's kind of what they're discussing here. So, you know, for this area, it's almost like a boy who cried wolf type deal. You know, even myself, last year, Hurricane Ian, they told us we had to evacuate. We didn't even get rain. And I know a lot of people have that mentality, oh, they always tell us it's coming, and it never comes. But the problem is when it does come, okay? And that's what happened here. And this is all storm surge. You see, they had to send this big truck in to go rescue people. And now I'm going to show some before and after shots that I personally took myself. All right, so if we look here on the Pasco News Facebook page, they have a good drone video. This is the restaurants that are along Highway 19 and the Cody River. So if you saw my boat video, I put out a short the other day where I do a quick boat ride. That's coming out right here. I'll show you. Our dock where that boat is actually right over here. Check it out. It's going to show it. And all this area is flooded pretty bad, under 2, 3 to 5 feet in some areas of water. So check it out. Right here in this area where my mouse is, that's where the boat is docked. And in that video where I get picked up at the dock, it's right here. And we come out here, go under Highway 19 is right there, and then the mouth of the Gulf is right here. And this is all flooded. And there's a lot more on their page too. So this is the video of Sorry about that. This is the video of inside the Hooters restaurant that they just showed in that drone shot. Really sad. This is a house that's on fire, and I'm going to show you a view of that from above. But this is people bringing their kids and animals out on kayaks, paddle boards. This is people, a lot of kayak and paddleboard rescues going on the Cody River. Hudson Beach, Green Key, they've all been totally flooded. So check this out. This is down Sea Ranch Road on 19. That's where that news segment was going on. And check this out. This is me in the same exact spot. This is a before and after shot. Look at this. And as you see, the tennis courts, right? The canal, the docks. And that's the house that's on fire right there. And the road that I first moved onto is right over here in this area. And all these houses are flooded out. And that's what it used to look like. And also, if you look here, that's right down the street from where I used to live. This here, this is like a little island type cove area off of the Sea Ranch apartments, I believe they're called. They're like 10 stories high. That's where I was getting this picture, probably from the 5th or 6th story. So look, you see where I'm pointing at here? That is all this here. And it's all underwater. Look. This here, these are the apartments. And this is the land area here. And that is what you're seeing here, all underwater. All this is this. And the water does go through it sometimes. You know, the water, it's sea level, obviously. So it's prone to be flooded like this. But it's still very unfortunate. And our thoughts and prayers go out to these people. Like I said, their friends, family, neighbors. This one's really close to home for me. If you see here, this is Hudson Beach, Sam's Beach Bar. Now look at this here. Now if you see this, this is where I go. I have a couple videos of me in this area. Check this out here. Look at this. So this area here, I'm sorry that keeps going up. This area here is this. This is right in front. All that I'm showing in my video right here is this right here. Totally underwater. And watch this one. This one's even better. So this building right here is where this camera is. This camera that you're seeing the shot, there's the apartments that I was taking the pictures from. There's the little island thing that got flooded. And this camera is actually on this building right here. And that's how beautiful it usually looks. I'm standing right here where the flooded video is showing. That's me standing in that area. Now that's obviously, you see, water gets up there anyway. So you see this area? There it is. All this right in here. Right there. That's what this is. Totally underwater right now. So yeah, it's just a very tragic story. I know somebody who used to live in that apartment. A couple people. I used to play pickleball at those apartments right there. And I know they're still doing a lot of work there. There was a house on fire there. There's power outages. So if you do happen to know anyone in that area, reach out to them. Make sure they're safe. Make sure they got out of there. I will be looking into how we can help these people. Is there anywhere we can donate? Do they need food, supplies? I know for today, Sheriff Chris Nako said just stay out of the area, stay out of their way. They didn't want a bunch of people going there. I thought about going there myself and recording and getting some raw footage, but I realized I had some pictures from the past, and I wanted to heed their warning to stay out of the way. Because like I said, you got to heed their warning sometimes, right? Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for us today. We'll keep our eye on this hurricane. It is down to Cat 1 now. It should be heading out to the Atlantic, and everyone should be out of harm's way for now, but we will keep an eye on it. And like I said, we'll do a little update on the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia. Stay tuned for that. All right, and once again, our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the people who were affected by this storm. And honestly, I hate having to say this at the end of these type of videos, but please, if you could, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, it really helps the algorithm, really helps the channel, and we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you just watching the videos, but if you could do that little bit of extra for us, we'd appreciate it even more. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more content on Nature's Reality 360. All right, later. Woo!